What's going on, guys? It is an honor to have you. My name is Ethan J. On behalf of Perseverance, welcome back to this YouTube channel. An opportunity for me to speak to an audience is always an honor and a privilege, so I just want to thank you for that. I hope your day has been good. On Sundays on this YouTube channel, we move away from physical training for just one day to rest and recover. And on this day, I decided to make a list of videos that I've been wanting to make for a while that have been on my mind, and I just wanted to clarify and outline on my personal YouTube channel. So I will be discussing politics, I will be discussing ethics, I will be discussing faith, and I will be discussing the importance of alignment to your own personal whys. So if topics like this might trigger you, I'm giving you the heads up warning now. So this first video that I'm going to make today, guys, is going to be titled the Metanoia, or the renewal or the transformation of someone, right? Including myself. I think as we go through our lives, guys, we go and live in a way where we don't really ask the bigger questions. You know, why are we doing what we're doing? What are we doing wrong? What am I missing in my life? What mistakes have I made? Recently in my life, I've been asking a lot of questions. Why do I wake up at this time? Why am I doing the work that I'm doing? What does this thing mean for me? Right? What value do I garner from this conversation or this friendship or this union, right? Or this friendship or this business? And I've been really stripping down and redefining who I am as a man. And I wanted to outline some of the mistakes that I have made in my walk and what has limited me from being the best version that I could be. This year has been filled with many great successes, along with that many great learning lessons and a lot of failures as well too. I've seen the actions of other leaders, other men in positions of high places that have made me reassess how I am myself. And that's the reason why I'm making this video. I truly believe from the core root of my being that in order for you to transform your life, you have to transform your mindset and you have to transform how you are doing things. You can train all you want, and you guys know that I'm an avid believer of fitness. But if you don't train, you retrain your spirit and your mind and your character to become this new version, then you're always going to stay limited to, I'm just trying to train to get the muscles for the women, or a vainful reason. But on my YouTube channel, we don't train for vanity. We train for a purpose. Right? And that's the reason why I'm making this video. I train for a purpose. I don't train just for vanity. I don't train for looks. I train because I want to help obese individuals get into shape. I train because I wanted to fix my muscular imbalances, and I wanted to be able to protect my family and my loved ones. I wanted to be able to provide better service and better work by being able to be capable of lifting 200, 300 pounds. Right? I wanted to be able to have the mobility to help somebody else out if they were in danger, run to protect someone, beat up a child molester, beat up a guy that's harming a woman that I needed to defend, protecting my family. And this is the reason why we train, why I train. A lot of times we get lost in the sauce of this current generation of doing things for TikTok and Instagram, and we forget why training is so important. But training is one aspect. Your character is a whole different ballpark. I've made many mistakes in my life, many mistakes in my life. From how I've treated people, to how I've treated my family, to how I've treated myself. And it's up to me to deeply repent and ask for forgiveness of these things, for the things that I've done wrong. But I firmly believe that if you've been given a new day, that you can stand and fight for the right reasons and do the right things, even if in that season you didn't know what you were doing. And you not only didn't know what you're doing, but you made the wrong decisions. The first thing is to seek forgiveness and become self-aware. The metanoia, the renewal, the transformation of the mind, is to understand that each of us have actions. We have the ability to act, right? We have the ability to do things, right? To put in an action and to garner a result. And what can happen is, along this process of going about our lives, we lose the focus of what's really important, right? How great leaders inspire others to take action and how great leaders inspire themselves to take action is to start with why I literally pulled this book out because it was just shining to me. Simon Sinek. We are all called to be leaders, but in order for you to become a great leader, you must outline and clarify what you've been doing wrong, right? Where are you leading people to? Where are you bringing people out of? Where are you taking people to? Like, what's the goal, right? So for me, for many of my years, my life was just filled with degeneracy, just hedonistic living of pleasure, just pursuing the next thing that I thought that was going to be the next fix, whatever that thing was, right? Whether it was the next quote unquote high, whether it was the next quote unquote fun experience. And these things, although you could say they have merit at that time, being a young child, has taught me one thing, that chasing your pleasure will never bring you to a life of purpose, a life of meaning, and a life of value. The mistakes that I've learned in my life, guys, whether it was through substance abuse or whether it was through lack of diligence in work, whether it was lack of transparency in character, poor spending, poor financial investment, poor financial education, poor understanding of the economy and politics, what these things have taught me is you will get nowhere if you plan nowhere. And the more that you begin to pursue purity and righteousness is the more that you'll start to see change within yourself and then change within your environment around you. So right now, while I'm making this video, I'm in a family member's living room right now in one of the worst financial states in my life. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to accept complete responsibility and say that this is my fault. It's my fault that I have been here, why I haven't succeeded in my life, and why I haven't moved forward. It's all my fault. Everything from the fact that I'm at above 15% body fat, that's my poor planning and my poor spending and lack of diligence on my part. The reason why I haven't grown so much yet as a man in money and finances and business and wisdom and in intellectualism is because of my closed mindedness to understanding the times and the people around me and then taking advantage of the resources that I have. But that doesn't mean that my life is subject to stay there. You have the power, right? And I'm not just saying about me, but I'm just saying about you. If you are in a pit of darkness, you have the power to change your disposition and to change your life, right? I firmly believe in those realities, right? I don't believe that we live in a reality where these two things don't hold merit. I believe that if you look to clarify your life, to build your life up, and then to put your life in order, that you can do that. It requires calling yourself out, cleaning your room, fixing the things in your life and putting things in order, and then deciding to go to town to fight for the right things and creating a why that you want to fight for. And that also means that you never go back to the same things that you did in the past, right? For me, that was living in a hedonistic lifestyle, not talking about the things that mattered in life. It was chasing the next high. It was spending my money improperly on things that I didn't need to impress people that didn't even like me. It was training for reasons that didn't hold merit. There's so many reasons why I was the way that I was. But your transformation, your renewal of your character, these things, they demand a new version of you, and they are possible. But are you willing to make the sacrifice? And that's where I'm going to leave with this video. Your past is your past, but your future is your future. The question is, are you willing to go through the process of character change? Are you willing to go through the process of development? Are you willing to go through the process of becoming a new man? And that's a conversation that I'm having on my YouTube channel all the time. I don't want to talk about anything painful anymore. As we get older, it's way more important to talk about the things that matter in this world than the things that don't. So I can make, if you guys rewind to my first video that I ever made, it was about me finding a bat in a room. I can continue to try to comedically relieve you, right, and give you joy and things to laugh at. But what matters more in the end? I think a society and a generation where people are held righteous and liable no matter what, and that understand that stealing, robbing, murdering, pornography, sexual immorality, smoking, drinking, all these things are wrong. And in a place where we start to fight for the right reasons instead of the wrong ones, now we start to create change in the world that definitely needs to be here. So this video is called my Metanoia moment, right? It's a Greek term that basically illustrates the meaning of personal transformation. In a better sense, I'll reread the meaning here. Give me 1 second, guys. So, metanoia, a Greek term meaning a transformative change of heart, especially in a spiritual or moral essence or sense, a profound and holistic shift in mindset and values. His metanoia led him to pursue a life of service and truth. So on this channel, we talk about service, truth, leadership, and doing the right thing and training for the right purposes. I will continue to train to become the strongest, most athletic version of myself. And that's physically, mentally, on plyometrics, calisthenics, and then relative strength training in the gym. But we train for a specific purpose. It's to protect our loved ones, to provide service to those around us, and be physically strong to do the work that we need to do in our societies today. I hope this video helps you a little bit in your process of getting out of darkness, if you're in that state now. And if you had a past of being a degenerate, it doesn't mean that you have to stay there. And that's the reason why I'm making this video, because I was that person. I was the prodigal son, and I decided to come back. And you can too. This year has been a year of me making a bunch of mistakes, from substance abuse to lust to anger. Excuse me, whoa. And the decision, guys, that I've made is I want to turn away from it all. And I'm going to make this year, this coming year, the most pure and clean year that I can possibly make it. That means serving you guys better, but also talking about things that do matter. So that's the reason why I'm making this video. Whether you hate it, you love it, this is me, this is what I do. I believe in righteous leadership, and I believe in holding myself accountable to that standard before anybody else. With that being said, I really do hope that you like this video and it makes you think. If you do like this video, give me a comment, give me a like, tell me what you think about this type of video, these type of topics. I'm gonna go into a whole different theme of videos I got listed down here, so stay tuned for more videos. Be blessed.